the world is still dark. Not the kind of dark you get when you forget to pay the electric bill. There is no electricity here at all. No streetlights. No glowing phone screens. No neighbors staying up until 3 in the morning watching videos about cats. Just darkness. Welcome to ancient Egypt. It is around 1300 BC, and the Nile Valley sleeps beneath a blanket of stars. The mighty river flows quietly through the land, winding its way between green fields and golden desert. The air is cool. The heat of the day has not arrived yet. For a few precious hours, the world feels calm. In a small village near the Nile, most people are still asleep. The houses sit close together. They are simple homes made from mud bricks. From a distance, they almost seem to grow out of the earth itself. Their walls are thick enough to keep out some of the daytime heat, which is useful because Egyptian summers are not known for being gentle. Inside one of these houses, a farmer lies asleep. His bed is not exactly what we would call luxurious. There is no memory foam mattress, no fluffy pillow, no giant blanket that somehow ends up on the floor by morning. Instead, he rests on a simple woven mat. It is practical. It does the job. Ancient Egyptians were very good at making things that simply did the job. For a moment, everything is quiet. Then a sound breaks the silence. A rooster. Some things never change. The farmer slowly opens his eyes. Another day has begun. He does not jump out of bed full of energy. Ancient farmers were many things, but they were probably not excited about waking up before sunrise every single day. Still, there is work to do. There is always work to do. The Nile does not care if someone feels tired. Crops do not pause their growth because a farmer wants 10 more minutes of sleep. So he rises. Around him, the rest of the household begins to stir. His wife wakes. Children shift beneath blankets. Someone lets out a sleepy yawn. The family shares this small home together. Privacy is not really a thing here. If someone snores, everyone knows about it. The farmer stretches his arms and steps onto the cool floor. Outside, the village remains mostly silent. A few lights flicker behind windows where oil lamps burn. Other early risers are beginning to wake. Across the village, dozens of families are starting the exact same routine. This is life in ancient Egypt. Most people here are farmers. In fact, farmers make up the largest part of the population. They are not kings. They are not priests. They are not famous generals whose names will be carved into stone. But they are the people who keep everything running. Without them, there is no bread. Without bread, there are hungry workers. Without workers, there are no temples, no monuments, and no grand projects for the pharaoh. The entire civilization rests on the shoulders of ordinary people like the man standing in this small mud brick house. Of course, he probably does not think about that every morning. He is mostly thinking about getting through another day. Outside, the stars still shine overhead. Ancient Egypt has some truly spectacular night skies. With no modern lights to block the view, thousands upon thousands of stars fill the heavens. Many Egyptians look to the sky with wonder. The stars are more than decoration. They help mark seasons. They guide travelers. They play important roles in religion and mythology. For our farmer, though, they also serve as a simple reminder. It is still very early. A cool breeze drifts through the village. In the distance comes the faint sound of water moving through the Nile. That river is everything. It provides water for crops. It creates fertile soil. It supports villages, towns, and cities. Year after year, the Nile makes life possible in a land that would otherwise be mostly desert. The farmer has lived beside it his entire life. His parents lived beside it. Their parents probably did too. Generations have followed the same rhythm. Flooding, planting, growing, harvesting, then starting all over again. The cycle never stops. As dawn approaches, the eastern horizon begins to change. The darkness softens. A faint gray light appears above the distant landscape. Birds begin to wake. The village slowly comes alive. Somewhere nearby, a donkey makes an extremely enthusiastic noise. Nobody asked for this performance, but the donkey provides it anyway. A few villagers step outside their homes. They greet one another quietly. People know each other here. Villages are small. Everyone's lives are connected. Neighbors share tools. They help during harvests. They celebrate festivals together. They also know exactly whose goat escaped last week and ate someone else's plants. Community is important. Life would be very difficult without it. The farmer steps outside his home and pauses for a moment. The air feels fresh. Soon the sun will climb higher and the temperature will rise. By midday, the fields will be hot and exhausting. But right now, there is peace. The world seems to hold its breath. Ahead lies another long day of work. There will be fields to tend, water to manage, animals to care for, problems to solve. There always are. Yet there is also something comforting about the routine. The farmer knows what this day will look like. He has lived it hundreds of times before. And tomorrow will probably look much the same. In a world filled with uncertainty, there is comfort in familiar rhythms. The first rays of sunlight begin to touch the horizon. The Nile glows softly in the growing light. The village awakens fully. The day is ready to begin. And so is our farmer. Soon he and his family will prepare their morning meal before heading toward the fields. But for now, in these final moments before sunrise, the ancient world remains quiet. The stars slowly fade. The sky brightens. And a new day in ancient Egypt begins. The first sunlight spreads across the Nile Valley. The darkness of night slowly pulls away, revealing a landscape that has looked much the same for thousands of years. The river glimmers in the morning light. Palm trees stand quietly along the banks. Birds swoop through the sky, already busy with whatever important bird business they have planned for the day. Back in the village, the day is truly underway. Our farmer has stepped outside to greet the morning. Around him, neighbors emerge from their homes. A few exchange friendly nods. Others are still waking up and are not quite ready for conversation, which is understandable. Human beings have always needed a little time before becoming fully social. Before any work begins, there is an important task to take care of: breakfast. Now, if you are imagining a huge feast with pancakes, bacon, and a giant cup of coffee, you may need to adjust your expectations. Ancient Egyptian breakfasts were much simpler. Inside the house, the farmer's family gathers for the morning meal. The room is modest. Mud brick walls surround them. Sunlight enters through small openings. The smell of freshly baked bread hangs in the air. Bread is the star of the meal. In ancient Egypt, bread is not just food. It is life. Most people eat bread every single day. Rich or poor, nearly everyone depends on it. Bakers create many different varieties, from simple loaves to more elaborate recipes flavored with dates, honey, or herbs. For ordinary farming families, however, practicality matters more than fancy ingredients. A loaf of bread provides energy. And today, energy will be needed. Lots of it. The farmer tears off a piece and begins to eat. Alongside the bread comes another staple of Egyptian life: beer. And before anyone gets too excited, this is not quite the same beer that might be enjoyed at a modern sports event. Egyptian beer is thick, nutritious, and often low in alcohol. In many ways, it is closer to liquid bread than what most people imagine today. People drink it throughout the day. Children drink it. Workers drink it. Entire households rely on it. Part of the reason is practical. Water can sometimes be unsafe. Brewing helps reduce certain risks. The result is a drink that provides hydration as well as calories. The farmer takes a few swallows. Not exactly a fancy coffee shop experience, but it works. Nearby, onions are passed around. Ancient Egyptians love onions. They eat them often, very often. Some historians might even say surprisingly often. The farmer bites into one while finishing his bread. His breath may not win any awards afterward, but nobody is particularly concerned. Everyone else is eating onions too. Problem solved. Dates sit nearby as well. Sweet and filling, they provide a welcome contrast to the more ordinary foods of daily life. Children eagerly reach for them whenever they can. Not much has changed there. Across the room, the farmer's wife is already thinking ahead. The work of the household never really stops. While the farmer spends much of his day in the fields, many important tasks happen at home. Food must be prepared. Clothing must be repaired. Water must be collected. Supplies must be managed. Running an ancient Egyptian household is a full-time job. Actually, several full-time jobs. Children help where they can. The older ones take on responsibilities early. Life in ancient Egypt does not include many years of carefree childhood. Skills are learned through observation and practice. Young boys often assist in the fields. Young girls help with household duties. Everyone contributes. Everyone is needed. As breakfast continues, the family discusses the day's plans. The crops need attention. Irrigation channels may require maintenance. Animals must be checked. Tools need to be carried. Nothing happens by accident on a farm. Success comes from constant effort. Outside, the village grows busier with each passing minute. Doors open. Voices drift through the air. People move along narrow paths between houses. The smell of cooking rises from many homes at once. A traveler passing through would immediately recognize that this is a farming community. Everything revolves around the land. Everything revolves around the Nile. Our farmer finishes his meal and prepares for work. His clothing is simple. Most Egyptian farmers wear lightweight linen garments. Linen is made from flax, a plant grown in Egypt for thousands of years. Heavy clothing would be a terrible idea in the Egyptian climate. The sun can be relentless. Even before midday arrives, temperatures can become uncomfortable. Simple linen helps make life a little easier. The farmer adjusts his clothing and gathers his tools. His equipment is basic but effective. Ancient farming tools are often made from wood, with occasional stone or metal components. They are not fancy. They are not high-tech. No batteries required. No instruction manual needed. Just years of experience and a lot of hard work. He checks each tool carefully. A broken tool can create major problems later in the day. Small repairs made now may save hours of frustration later. Farmers understand this lesson very well. Across the village, other workers are doing the same thing. Preparing, checking, planning, getting ready for another day in the fields. The village itself is beginning to feel fully awake. Children run between houses. Dogs wander through dusty pathways. Donkeys stand waiting for their daily assignments, looking only slightly enthusiastic about the entire situation. The sounds of life grow louder. Yet despite the activity, there is no rush. The rhythm feels steady, natural. People have followed this routine for generations. The farmer's father likely followed the same schedule. His grandfather probably did too. The sun rises. Breakfast is eaten. Tools are gathered. Work begins. Day after day. Year after year. The cycle continues. Before leaving, the farmer takes one last look at his family. The day ahead will be long. Many hours will pass before everyone gathers again under the evening sky. For now, each person moves toward their responsibilities. The farmer steps outside with his tools in hand. The sunlight now shines brightly across the village. The cool air of dawn is beginning to fade. Soon the heat will arrive. But there is still time to accomplish much before then. Around him, neighbors are also heading toward the fields. Some carry baskets. Others lead animals. A few chat as they walk. The roads gradually fill with workers moving in the same direction. Toward the fertile land that makes life possible. Toward the fields that feed families, villages, and entire cities. Toward another day of labor beside the Great Nile. And so, with breakfast finished and preparations complete, our farmer joins the growing stream of people leaving the village. The fields await, and the real work is about to begin.